Am I the meanest?
Pun's drunk.
Am I the prettiest?
Pun's drunk.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Pun's drunk.
Well, who am I?
Pun's drunk.
Who am I?
Pun's drunk.
I can't hear you.
Pun's drunk. AKA Mr. Moonshine himself.
Of Harlem.
Dímelo, mi gente, que lo que you already know this is Punch on Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself, aka El Adobo, el sazón, el borracho, el pastor de boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know, man. Also, man, we working on this, the Smelling Salt podcast. Of course, it's gonna be, we're gonna be put this up on Apple, Spotify, Google Play, and all those apps and stuff and things of that nature. So when you're going to work or you're working now, you can listen to the Spotify, the iTunes, or whatever you got on the phone. Vamos a hablar de boxeo, mi gente. Let's talk about boxing right now. A lot of people still tight. A lot of people still mad. A lot of people still whining, frustrated because, of course, we still haven't had the primary fight in the sport of boxing yet announced. Errol the True Spence versus Crawford. A lot of people is gunning for PBC. They never seen Al Heyman before in their life, but they hate him. You know what I'm saying? They never seen him in his life. But of course, I never seen the devil in my life, but I still hate the devil. But yeah. We're going to keep it real. We're going to keep it honest. We're going to look. I checked the analytics in the YTBC, you know what I'm saying? And I believe that most of the people that watches boxing content creation, you know what I'm saying, this community is like 25 and over. There's not a lot of teens. There's not a lot of children, a lot of kids that watch this. It's a lot of most of them is grown ass men. So I believe that we could really make sense out of this whole thing. We got to really know what's the best interest. Now, there's going to be people out there going to be like, hey, yo, I only give a damn. I only give a damn about the fights. I only give a damn about the fights. All right, so shut the fuck up. Stay on the sideline and wait for the fight. How about that? How about don't get your 2 cents in if that's all you want and it's all you want to understand. I don't give a damn. I just want to see the fight. All right, so shut the fuck up. Stand on the sideline and wait for the motherfucking fight. All right? Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Now you know this community is narrative driven. It's pick your poison. It's pick your corner. It's pick your narrative. It's pick your narrative pimp. I understand that in this community. I understand it. But that's why your boy, Mr. Moonshine, is here. That's why we created this channel, man. Breaking down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. There's too many narrative pushes out there. They're making good money. They're making good people. They got good traffic. Okay, hey, do your thing, my brothers. Do your thing. I can't knock the hustles like the streets. You know what I'm saying? There's pushes in the street. I seen pushes when I was growing up and stuff like that. They doing their thing. They got to feed their family. They surviving out here in these streets. All right? So there's a lot of channels out there surviving. There's a lot of channels out there that got their little mojo, got their channels that don't really give a damn about fighters. They just give a damn about pushing their narrative, sustaining their eyeballs, and you know what I'm saying, and capitalize off of it. Don't we hear a lot of people also? Don't we hear a lot of people say that I ain't gonna pay for this pay-per-view? I don't give a damn about PVC pay-per-view. Look at they got Keith Thurman and Mario Barrios. Look at they got Andrew Reese and Chris Arreola. Look at they got Javante Davis and Mario Barrios. Look at they got all they complain, they cry, they bitch, they moan. Each and every channel, whether you like them or not, whether you give them credit or not, whether you think they have credibility or not, they bitch and moan about PVC, Al Heyman, the Casper the Friendly Ghost. They bitch and moan each and every day. But when the fight comes along, or when they push in a video, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna press that monetize button. They gonna go live. They gonna talk about Deontay Wilder, Errol Spence, Crawford, Keith Thurman, Al Heyman, and they gonna make some money. They gonna capitalize, but they don't want these fighters to capitalize. They bitch and moan, about fights that they say is not worth it, but yet they talking about it, and they will go live stream about it as well. I'm just letting y'all know. This Mr. Moonshine, I look out for y'all. I let you know, hey, yo, my man, don't do crack and stuff like that. But if you want to do crack, I'm going to tell you what crack do to you, motherfucker. Don't be a jerk. I'm going to tell you like this. Don't smoke that shit. But if you want to go do it, at least I educated you. At least I educated you about this community. I don't want to hear nobody come in the Punch Drunk Box and be like, hey, yo, Punch, you heard what this motherfucker said? You heard what this channel said? Yo, you got to say something about this channel. Hey, yo, you got to say something. I ain't got to say nothing about, man. I'm letting you know what you like and what you're into. If you into the narrative pushes, if you into one side, if you into the narrative that diss PBC and Al Heyman, then go with that channel. If it soothes your feelings, you know what I'm saying? Then go ahead, go with the channel. If you like the opposite, if you like the top ranks of the world, the Eddie Hearns of the world, vice versa. If you're Deontay Wilder pusher and you hate Tyson Fury, like Tyson Fury, pick a side, I understand. But out here in Punch Drunk Box, we break things down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. All right, I'm creative enough, my delivery is good enough, and I know motherfucking boxing enough that I don't gotta push no narrative. I can just give you the motherfucking truth all the motherfucking time. All right? Smash the motherfucking like button. All right? See, a lot of people just ain't created enough. You know what I'm saying? They just not created enough. You know what I'm saying? But your boy out here, I'm created enough. That's why we call each other boxing content creator. We create. Sometimes we look at a tweet and we bring a video out of that because shit, that's the only thing that box is giving us. Whatever that tweet is like, it's like, look, Gervonta Tank Davis posted this picture in his Instagram about look at Gervonta Tank Davis just posted a picture in his Instagram and look at who he's dissing right now. Look, I ain't lying. Look, this is Gervonta Tank Davis Instagram. Let's scroll down. Look how he dissing. Guess who he's dissing now? Oh, shit, he took it out. Oh, shit. But you know what? Gervonta Tank Davis, sorry, you too slow. Gervonta Tank Davis is too slow because I already screenshotted. Hold on, look. This is what Gervonta Tank Davis put up. Hey, yo, he just erased that shit, too. That shit is funny. That's what Gervonta Tank Davis posted, and he erased it. Look, and I screenshot that, and I screenshot it at 7:41. Look, that's what Gervonta Tank Davis put up. That's what Gervonta Tank Davis put up. And then he erased that shit. Yo, I'm gonna tell you like this, yo. Gervonta Tank Davis got some mood swings, yo. He want to say something about Floyd Mayweather so bad. I think he gets in that element like he don't like Floyd. And then he erased that shit back before, you know what I'm saying? Everybody calls him probably Al, letting the Ella be, hey, yo, take that down. Steven Espinosa, come on, take that down. Come on, what's good? Tank, what's good? Yo, he always does that. And every time he tweets something, he be going to mood. He got some mood swings going on, man. Gervonta said, they've let it out. Let it out. If you need to let it out, you're not treated fairly, or you feel like you're getting fucked over without Vaseline, just let it out. Let it out. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Ya tú sabes, el pastor de boxeo. Ahí está la ofrenda para todito. Ofrenda en la iglesia. Sunday night, my friend. Hey, yo, shout out to Pancho. I haven't showed love to Pancho in a while. Shout out to Pancho, man. Shout out to Pancho.
Anyway. Dennis told me. Dennis let us know. Said it never missed it. Had a muddy bone. Wait a minute. What do you mean? What do you mean? Spin me when I'm low.
Show on the road, but hold on, I gotta get my Cambodian friends some light. You know what I'm saying? Cause let's go, baby.
I'll be alone. I'll be with you from door to door. I'll be with you from door to door. Baby, I'm right. I'll be with you from door to door. Baby, I'm right. But you'll never be alone.
And my Dominican friend, he got to get some light too. My Dominican friend, he's coming out with a new album, a new single. Here you go.
Ya saben que yo le tengo una producción que dice, mami, ¿y qué lo que? Yo, dime si me quieres o si no me quieres. Mami, yo tengo mala suerte con las mujeres. Mami, tú me tienes llorando como un perrito. Llorando como un perrito. Llorando como un perrito.
Ay, ladies and gentlemen. Errol Spence versus Keith from Tom Thurman. Yeah, I said it, damn it. Get your feelings hurt. Keith one Tom Thurman versus Earl the True Spence and PBC, Al Heyman, Showtime, Steven Espinoza, Fox. Don't give a fuck about what you feel and what you think. Put it that way, huh? You don't like it? That's what it is. Keith one Tom Thurman, two-time welterweight champion of the world. Only lost one time to Manny Pacquiao, the 8th division world champion, the 12-time world champion, the ambassador, the son of the humanitarian, the greatest karaoke singer of them all. The GOAT, Manny Pacquiao. Yeah. Errol Spence, 3 belt holders. The guys that have been holding the welterweight division down. The most accomplished welterweights of this era. Yes, Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, next. If your feelings hurt, if you don't like it, don't watch. But you know what? You're going to watch. And you're going to go live. And all the channels that don't like it, it's going to go live. You get Errol Spence and Keith Thurman's going to put your ass to work. And you're going to be talking about it. And you're going to capitalize from it. So shut the F up. And yeah, and you're going to pay for the pay-per-view. Just like you're going to pay for Deontay Wilder, Robert Helenius. I ain't going to pay for the pay-per-view. Yes, you are going to pay for the pay-per-view. And you're going to go live, suckers. Yeah, I'm talking to all the boxing content creators that like to downplay, devalue these fighters. Shut the F up. You going to talk about it. You going to do a video about it because I said so. And you going to go live. And you going to capitalize. And you going to accept the super chats. And you going to monetize the video. See, if you could get money, these fighters could get money too. You crying bitch. Let's go. Let's go. All right? Don't let these fools fool you like they angry about something. All right? Let me tell you something. Whether I like it or not, whether you like it or not, I'm going to protect my investments. I'm going to protect my clients if I am hired to protect my client. Let me tell you again, folks, Al Heyman don't got to do shit for Bud Crawford. Do you understand this? Whether you like it or not, I'm giving you the truth and nothing but the truth. You don't got to like it. You don't have to like it. But I got to tell you the truth. PBC don't got to do a jack-ish for Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford has come to the negotiation table with nothing. Nada. But a WBO strap that, yes, Errol Spence, he wants that legacy. He wants that legacy. That's a good fight. That's a legacy fight. But ladies and gentlemen, PBC don't got to submit to nothing to Bud Crawford. PBC, Al Heyman did not build Bud Crawford, did not invest money on Bud Crawford, did not make money off Bud Crawford, did not get a 10% of Bud Crawford, did not get no fee from Bud Crawford. PBC, Al Hamon don't need to submit to Bud Crawford when I got enough money to make in my company. Enough money to make for my client to make, and probably my client will make more money fighting my other client. It is what it is. In the end of the day, it's prize fighting. In the end of the day, we see it as sport, but it is a motherfucking business. Are you a grown man? We got grown ladies up in here. What's good, Anali? We got grown ladies up in here. I know, like, Anali understand business. And Anna Lee probably got a man and probably want a man that understand business, that take care of business, all right? She don't want, Anna Lee doesn't want a man that take care of something else rather than the own interest of their relationship and their own house and in their own household, huh? She don't give a damn. Oh, honey, you know what I'm saying? I got money for the mortgage. I got money for the rent, but I got to give it to this family across the street. But no, we got to pay the rent. No, but I want to help this other family, and I'm going to give half, and I'm going to hold up half, and I'm going to give another half to this house because he's my friend. And so, no, the light may get caught on. No, but honey, I think it's just a due service. You know what I'm saying? Give him half, and get the fuck out of here. I'm just telling you the truth. You may not like it. You may not like it, but it is what it is. Errol Spence makes as much money or probably more money with Keith One Time Thurman. And having Keith One Time Thurman in his resume is good as well. Keith One Time Thurman is a legacy fight as well in this era of the welterweight division. Yes, everybody complain about the past. Oh my God, I want to see everybody fight each other though. I want to see it like they did back in the past. Like they had fucking Sugar Ray Leonard and fight Roberto Duran and Hearn and Hagler. They all fought each other. Well, you know what? They all could fight each other right now. Keith Thurman sells a fight better than Errol Spence and Bud Crawford. Keith Thurman know how to sell a fight. Keith Thurman had great numbers with NBC, 4 million with Ghost Guerrero, great numbers with Showtime, 4 million. Had great numbers with Danny Swift Garcia, CBS, 5 million. Had the best pay-per-view numbers aside from Deontay Wilder. Matter of fact, scratch the Deontay Wilder. Keith One Time Thurman had the best pay-per-view number aside from Floyd Mayweather than anybody else in PBC. Keith One Time Thurman is the guy for the job. Keith One Time Thurman is going to step in. He don't give a damn about the negotiations. Al Heyman is letting Errol Spence know, I know that you want this, but for us and for what I've built, you are going to fight Keith One Time Thurman because we invested millions and millions and pump millions up your asses, and you are going to do what I say, and you're going to fight Keith One Time Thurman. That's the way it's going to go. That's the way it's going to go. And if I was a businessman, as much as I want to see Bud Crawford or Errol the True Spence, I am for my interest, for what I've built and what I've invested. Now is the time. The most lucrative fight in PBC is Thurman and Errol Spence in-house. But you doing what? I'm not your manager. I'm not your advisor. Transparency, my ass. You gotta, your guys gotta find transparency. I ain't doing that shit for you. I'm not being your manager. I'm not letting you know what's going on. No. You gotta let me know what's going on. What you bringing to the table? Are you bringing a network? Are you bringing some money? Are you bringing some views? Are you bringing pay-per-view buys? Are you bringing butts in the seats? No, so shut the fuck up. We gonna tell you what it is. If you don't like it, get the fuck out of here because we got Keith One Time Thurman that brings in more money than your fucking ass. That's the way it's gonna go. Y'all don't like it. That's business. That is business. If you're that person that be like, I don't give a fuck about the business, I just care about the fight. So what you need to do, like I said in the intro, is sit your ass on the sideline and wait for the fight. If it ain't here today, if it ain't here to next year, sit your ass in the sideline. Sit your ass, stop complaining like a little ass bitch. And all these channel hosts stop complaining like a little ass bitch, you beta males. Sit your ass on the sideline. Don't talk about Earl. Don't talk about PBC. Don't talk about Al Heyman. Shut your channel down. Shut the fuck up and talk about something else. Talk about Eddie Hearn business. Talk about Oscar de la Hoya business. Forget, if y'all don't like PBC, shut the fuck up about PBC. Who the fuck go to the grocery store and say, like, I don't like the deli. I don't like the way you do sandwiches and then head out. Then get the fuck out of my motherfucking store. Get that the motherfucking store. You go to 7-Eleven and stuff like that. You go to 7-Eleven. I don't like the way y'all do sandwiches here and stuff like that. I don't like the cold cuts here, man. I like the cold cuts in the Middle Eastern deli and shit like that. So get the fuck out of 7-Eleven, motherfucker. Why are you complaining? Why you acting like a little ass bitch? Why are you complaining? Don't you understand that all these people out here just complaining? Beta males out here. Grown ass man with great hair. Grown-ass man with great motherfucking hair, bro. I'm going to pay for the pay-per-view fight. Shut up. Shut up and your whining ass. Shut the fuck up. No, because, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to pay for that. El Heyman is fucking a boxing. El Heyman is fucking a boxer. He ain't fucking a boxer. You ain't say that shit when you saw Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, one of the best memorable trilogies that we ever seen. You ain't say that shit. You ain't say that Al Heyman is fucked up when we saw Brian Castano versus Jamel Charlo. You ain't say Al Hamon is fucked up. You ain't say that shit. Huh? Get the hell out of here, man. Get the hell out of here. Gordo, dímelo. Estás prendiendo. Hey, tú sabes, esto palomazo. Aquí en YouTube, esa gente son palomazos. Yo ni si, I don't even know why you go and subscribe. Why you waste an hour listening to these beta males, bro? Huh? listening to these beta. He's messing up boxing. Shut the hell up. If boxing is so bad, you talk about them and you capitalize off of them and you make money off of them. How bad are they? You went a whole thing. Look at this. Look. Good looking out, Gordo. Good looking out. Gracias, mi de lo mío. Gracias, mi gente. Vamos, ver. Look, we don't got to like everything. All right? But the funny thing about these YouTube boxing creators, these beta males that talk so much shit about this business, yet you make money talking about them. So shut the hell up. Shut up. You are going to watch, you know, how, ladies and gentlemen, y'all in this community, right? Did 80-90% of the people talk shit about Jake Paul coming into the sport of boxing? Let's be real. Did 80%, 90% of the people in the sport of boxing talk shit about Jake Paul and be like, what the fuck is he doing in boxing? That boxing is a circus, boxing is a circus, boxing is a circus. Am I right or wrong? Let's keep it real. Let's be real. Let's be real. Everybody's an avatar. Nobody's giving out their real names like that. So let's be real. Ain't nobody got to lie to yourself. The saddest person in the world is the one that lied to himself. Because if you lie to yourself, you can lie to everybody. Let's be real. But then when Jake Paul fights, everybody going live. All these motherfuckers doing the video. They monetizing their video. They capitalize off Jake Paul as well. They capitalize off Al Heyman, Al Hamon. They capitalize off Errol Spence. They capitalize for a whole year. They've been talking about this fight, capitalizing, monetizing their video. Talking about PBC, shut the fuck up about PBC. You're going to sit there and you're going to watch. You're going to make a video, all right? And you're going to, hey, if you got to make a video, bitch, you still going to be talking about them, all right? He said, I'm not going to lie. I like the Jake Paul. Hey, let's be real. Let's be honest. How many times we hear, Gervonta Tank Davis ain't fighting nobody, but you keep on watching the motherfucking fight. I ain't going to buy for the pay-per-view. Yeah, you going to go live for the pay-per-view. Shut the fuck up. I ain't going to go live. I ain't going to go live for Deontay Wilder and Robert Lanius. You check the price. $80, $79.99. That shit is crazy. I mean, I ain't asked for the fight. Shut up, and you're going to pay for it, and you're going to go live. Shut the hell up. Let's go. Keith, one time, Thurman. Don't duck. Hey, hey, yo, where my man Keith? Where my man Keith?
You better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son.
Okay. I'm talking about. That's what I want. Y'all can bitch and moan about Bud Crawford for Errol Spence. They haven't fought. This man hasn't fought in a whole year. And you're talking about they doing Bud Crawford wrong. I don't give a damn about that. Bud Crawford get back in the ring. You don't want to fight. You don't want to fight nobody until you got Errol Spence. All right, then don't wait. Then Keith Thurman is going to step right in, get some money, sell the fight. He's going to make this promotion hella funny. Y'all know it. I know it. Y'all know it, and I know it. If the announcement goes tomorrow and say Keith one time Thurman versus Errol Spence, y'all gonna be like, oh, come on. Listening to Keith one time Thurman promoting the fight. Something that Bud Crawford won't do. Bud Crawford is busy talking to Jermell Charlo. Why Bud Crawford ain't talking to Errol Spence? Why Bud Crawford don't talk to Errol Spence? How about Bud Crawford don't promote their own fight? No wonder Tim Smith from PBC is saying, hey, yo, y'all gonna rob the fight. They don't even promote. Errol Spence don't talk about Bud. Bud don't talk about Spence. Am I right or wrong? Am I right or am I wrong? When's the last time Bud Crawford talked about Earl? When's the last time Bud got energy. Bud got energy for Gary Russell Jr. He went Instagram live. He got energy for Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo say something about Bud and Bud right away answers. Right away answers. Come on, man. I'm protecting my investment. The motherfuckers I'm trying to do business with ain't even about their business. They not even talking about this fight. I'm supposed to be pushing this. I don't know his number. I'm not confident about his number. I'm not confident about Bud Crawford number. I know that my client want that fight, but my client, I'm letting you know, you getting Earl. Yo, Al, I don't want Keith Thurman. You gonna get Keith Thurman, motherfucker. Fuck you talking about? You don't want Keith Thurman, huh? I held you down. I held you down after. You know how much PR work we needed to do to clear your name, to make you look like a motherfucking saint after the car accident? Nobody talks to you about an alcoholic. Ain't nobody was talking about the gun charge. Huh? Ain't nobody talking about that. You had a gun as well. Shut the F up. You get Keith one time Thurman. Oh. Y'all ain't know that one, right? Y'all ain't know that one. Yeah, Errol Spence, when the car flipped, there was a gun in the car. They didn't charge him. They made that gun charge go away. They didn't even charge him with the gun. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he had a license to it. All I'm saying. No one wants that fight. PBC would not be here in Christmas. Yeah, right. Everybody want to see that fight. Every time I hear it all the time. I don't want to see the fight. I don't want y'all all gonna see the fight. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying. Keith Thurman versus Errol Spence. You all gonna see it. Every single hardcore boxing fan gonna see that fight. What y'all talking about? Stop lying to yourself. Y'all could cry and bitch and moan till that day happens, but when that day comes and that fight week comes and Keith Thurman is looking into Errol Spence's eyes and talking all that shit, y'all gonna be like, I like Keith. Yo, this the Keith that I've been waiting for. This the Keith that I grew to like. And all of y'all gonna watch the fight. And every single boxing content creator is gonna go live. So shut up. People act like there's only one fight in the fucking world. Oh, Bud and Errol Spence. That's it. If they don't fight, boxing is horrible. That's it. I would never watch again. Shut up and your beta ass. I'm going to be on BBC's neck. Shut the hell up. You ain't going to be on nobody's neck. Ain't going to be on nobody's neck. Shut up and make your videos. Shut the hell up. Shut up. Al Heyman smoking a cigar, watching YouTube. Like, look at these motherfuckers, these dumb fucks. I like that punch drunk though. Even though we gonna let him on the show, but he's speaking some good shit right now. He's entertaining me. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Make love to the like button. Kiss the like button and give a hickey to the like button. Turn the like button around and dookie duke the like button. Suck the GG juice out the like button. Impregnate the like button. Give the like button twins. All right? Treat the like button good so the like button won't take your ass to child support. You know how long is that line? Oh, yeah. Thurman is top 3 welterweight. Facts, Ortega. He's top 3. Why people acting like they don't want to see the fight? Why people act like they don't want to see the fight? Huh? Hey, yo, too many lies out here, man. Too many yo, come on, y'all. I know y'all be flip-flopping, going to every other channel, but sometimes you gotta call them. You gotta call that host, bro. Y'all gotta call the host like, hey, yo, my man, stop it, man. Stop it. You acting like a female right now. What you mean that you don't care about PB? What you mean that you shut up? Shut up. It's funny, yo. This community has become pure Def Comedy Jam. Def Comedy Jam. Right? That's what I'm talking about, Emmett. Yo, he asked out. Bud, get him back of the line. Get him back of the line. Canelo Alvarez, he signed. Manny Pacquiao, he signed. Tyson Fury, he signed. Man, get out of here, man. You waiting on fun. You're waiting on transparency. Shut the hell up. You going to take the contract, sign that shit. If you're going to sign that shit, then you know what? Keith Thurman is stepping right in because at the end of the day, we're not losing money. We're not losing money. Y'all got to think about this as business. And I keep on saying this. I told you in January, this year is going to be dedicated to the business of boxing. Everybody, oh my God, look at this slave contract my ass. What you talking about? I am bending over heels for a Bud Crawford that has done nothing for my company. And I got this man waiting on the sideline that I know is going to make just as much money. And it's in-house. And I'm looking out for my client. Y'all gotta put yourself in Al Heyman's position as well, whether y'all like it or not. Y'all like to talk about boxing 60, 40, 70, 30. This what's going on, how much the pay-per-view sells and shit like that. But y'all don't want to understand that as well, right? Y'all don't want to understand. You motherfuckers out here like to talk about business, but then y'all don't want to talk about what's the best interest for that business. What's the best interest for Al Heyman? Everybody want to talk about pay-per-view numbers. Everybody want to talk about network pay-per-view numbers, how much a fighter get paid, how much the purse bid of something. But when it's time for you to be like, oh, yo, but let's see what is Al Heyman looking at. Esco! What's good, brother? Esco, not Nas. Esco, not Escobar. Eso no es un drogadito, ¿viste? I hope that you clean. Tú no estás vendiendo droga, ahí mismito. Pero si tú estás vendiendo mucha droga, hey, let me be a partner para vender todo. Esco said, I might not like to fight, but I still going to watch it. One punch can change everything. Hardcore boxing fan. Tell him, Esco. If you, man, please. Look at this. Good looking out, Esco. Good looking out, Esco. Kings of the Commonwealth in the building. What's good, Kings of the Commonwealth? Let me say it like this, man. Let me say it like this. If you say that you're not gonna watch Keith Thurman versus Errol Spence, you's a liar. If you a boxing content creator and say that you ain't gonna go live, Keith Thurman versus Errol Spence, you's a liar. And that you ain't gonna buy the pay-per-view with Errol Spence and Keith one-time Thurman. You's a liar. Yo, Saturday and tell everybody, your family, your kids, and everybody when the Keith one-time Thurman versus Errol Spence that Saturday, you gonna dedicate that Saturday to Errol. So you trying to say you ain't gonna dedicate that Saturday to Errol Spence and Keith one-time Thurman? You's a liar. Right? You better be happy if that's the next fight. You better be happy if that's the next fight. Get out of here. Protecting the investment. He said, maybe no, you're going to watch that. Everybody going to watch it. So I don't even understand these beta males, these channel hosts, these straight up beta males, these complainers, these got the emotions of a bitter baby mama in family court. Fuck PBT. If I don't get the bud and I don't get Spence, that's it. Hey yo, these fucking boxing content creators remind me of this when they hear the fight ain't happening. Oh, they ain't gonna. Hey yo, Bud and Spence ain't gonna happen. It's gonna be Keith Thurman and Errol Spence. Hated it. That's what these boxing content creators remind me of. Keith Thurman and Errol Spence. Hated it. Buck Crawford, Errol Spence.
2 snaps, a twist, and a kiss.
Palomo, 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 Palomo. Errol Spence versus Keith one-time Thurman. Next, bitch. Let's go, Keith. Clear waters. Let's go, Keith. Let's go. Punches right here for you. I'm here for you, Keith. Let's go. He said, hey, yo, JNY boxing in the building. What's good? What's good? He said, so what is Bud going to do now? Get an exhibition fight. Hey, yo, get an exhibition fight with Manny Pacquiao, right? Tell me, look at this. Take that JNY. Yesterday, hold on. They said boycott boxing. Get out of here, G Money. Stop playing. Hey yo, look at this. They said, remember yesterday? I gotta piggyback on what happened yesterday too. Halim, I said Halim, but waiting for Josh Taylor. Maybe. Yo, put it this way. Remember yesterday? They were like, oh, PBC fighter only fight once a year. Huh? Remember yesterday? PBC fighters only fight once a year. I hate PBC. Well, Anthony Joshua only fought one time a year. Usyk only fought one time a year. Josh Taylor only fought one time a year. Inoue only fought one time. Teofimo just fought one time. Regis Programs. When's the last time he fought? He gonna be fighting this year. Did he fight this year? Did he fight this year? Did he fought this year? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Almost. Lomachenko only fought one time this year. Richard Comey only fought one time this year. Jose Pedraza only fought one time this year. Estrada only fought one time this year. Chocolatito haven't won. Chocolatito only fought one time this year. What the fuck are these motherfuckers talking about? Only PBC fighters only fight one time this year. He only I don't like PBC fighters because they only fight one time this year. And I like how boxing was like back in the day when everybody used to fight on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, probably on Saturday and stuff like that. Yo, don't let these other boxing content creators fool you with this fake ass narrative that they push. Why do you let these boxing content creators fool you? Why? Why do you let them fool you? Only PBC fighters only fight one time a year, and I hate him. I hate how he's bad for boxing. Tim Zhu, he said PBC is a cancer. PBC got a cancer, went to chemo, now they good. Shut up. Shut the hell up. PBC is a cancer. PBC is a cancer. Shut the hell up. Shut up. Stop being beta. Everybody the same. Everybody. Everybody the same. What's good? What's good? Smash the like button. MAW. Hey, yo, this community is so funny. That's what it is. And the thing is, I see these boxing content creators, and they're all serious about it. Like, hey, yo, PBC is this, and then PBC is, shut up. I'm bringing out facts. You ain't bringing out shit. These motherfuckers ain't bringing out shit. The reason why these motherfuckers come out at PBC and Al Heyman is because they never seen Al Heyman before. Huh? It's like the Last Dragon. Huh? Who's the master? Show me the master right now. Leroy was, show me the master right now. Come on, I show you. I show you. He's a fortune cookie, the fortune cookie machine. I will show you. They mad that Al Heyman don't talk to them. That's why these motherfuckers is mad at Al Heyman. You want me to tell you the truth? These channel hosts are mad at Al Heyman because Al Heyman don't pay no attention to the boxing fans. Because Al Heyman is a manager and advisor. No. You know, Punch, that Al Heyman is like a promoter. No, TGB is the promoter. TGB. That's the facts. That's the paperwork. He's not a promoter. Al Heyman is not a promoter. He's the manager and advisor to Errol Spence. And he's not the manager and advisor to Bud Crawford. You get it? Al Heyman is not the manager and advisor to Bud Crawford. No, he's not. Sorry. So if you want to hold any manager accountable for Bud Crawford, it will be his own manager. It will not be Al. Al is just, he's a bystander. He's a manager. And the guy that's going to put up the fight is not going to be Al Heyman promotion. It's going to be TGB. It's going to be strap season. And it's going to be whatever Bud Crawford is coming in with a tag or banner. Exactly. TGB Promotions. That's it. Mr. Brown. That's it. That's it. What's good, Bert? This motherfucker white facts like always. I got to do it. I got to do it. Smash the like button, folks. Smash the like button so we can get these numbers up so these motherfuckers can hear what the truth. Smash the like. Smash it. Smash it. Because I know you ain't smashing your shorty right now, so at least smash something for the night. Smash the like button because you ain't smashing nothing right now. You probably going to smash something later on, but get your nut off right now and smash the like button. Let's go, man. We break things down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. Did Top Rank do great things? Did Top Rank brings us just Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez, undisputed? Did Top Rank brings us Lomachenko versus Tio? Did Top Rank brought us Shakur Stevenson versus Hearing, Shakur Stevens versus Oscar Valdez versus Miguel Burchell. Yes. Yes. The PBC made a deal with Top Rank to bring us the trilogy of Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. Yes. Did he bring the Undisputed 154 back to back? Yes. We didn't have to wait that long. Yes. They bring us the unification bout with Errol Spence and Ugas that in Dallas it did 40K. Yes. Even on a substitute. Even as a substitute. And even I was like, come on. Come on. Even Brand brought us Isaac Cruz versus Javonte Tan Davis. Even I was like, come on, man. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hey, didn't PBC also brought up Obali and Nonita Donaire and became a champion once again? The legend! Huh? Did it? No? They didn't do it, huh? Let's go. Raquel Donari. Hey, yo, Raquel, let me say it. Raquel, if you can, I'm going to send you the link. Hold on, man. Hold on, Raquel. Hold on. Hold on. I got too much energy for this. I got too much energy, man. I got too much energy right now. Smash the like. Smash the like. All I'm saying is, look, you're going to protect your own investment like you're going to protect, if you got a wife, you're going to protect your wife. All right? You're going to consult, you're going to advise your wife, vice versa. If you got a husband, you're going to consult, you're going to advise your husband on what's a good thing to do, your next move. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, whether you like it or not, Thurman versus Errol Spence for my company, right? If it's my company, let's say I'm Al Heyman, for my company, is just as lucrative as me paying an outside entity like Bud Crawford. I got you. Punch, I think most of the boxing fans want to see Bud and Spence, no doubt. Al Hamon sorted Canelo out. Why not Bud? Hold on. What's good, Pa? What's good, Addison? What's good? He said, I also believe a lot of fans are based towards Keith Thurman. They feel he ain't black enough, downplay him, just hating, and fear Keith will beat who they like. Oh, he got the I'll be sure look. He got that I'll be sure hate, right? You remember, Edison, you remember New Jack City when Nino Brown took the knife off and smashed the knife? I never liked you anyway, you pretty boy motherfucker. And then when he snitched, he blamed it on the light-skinned black man, Kareem Akbar, the educated brother for them back. Yeah, that's my era. Yeah, man. They used to hate the I'll be sure motherfuckers, man. The Elder Bars, they used to hate them, right? Because they'd be like, I got Indian in me, man. Look at your hair, I got Indian. And the girls, the Indian hair. They like that. They don't like the red. They jealous of the red bones. They jealous. The ladies used to be jealous of the Lisa Rays. Look at now. Hey, yo, smash the like. Look, this is what it is. With Canelo and Plant, Al Heyman did the best for his client. He waited for Plant to be the last golden ticket for Canelo Alvarez's legacy to become undisputed, right? And it was a lot of money. See, Yes, the legacy of Bud versus Errol Spence, that's the primary legacy in the welterweight division. Yet, is it the primary money? And this is about money. See, Caleb Plant can't get more money fighting David Benavidez than fighting Canelo Alvarez. That is the most money he can make. And Al Heyman being smart when they was calling out Caleb Plant first. Remember, he said Keith Washington. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Speak Your Mind Sports. Shout out to, Keith Washington. Hey, yo, I never liked none of his songs, really. Only probably one. Be sure look, Keith Washington, yeah. Oh, man. Kareem Akbar, the educated brother from the back. What's good, brother? JT, is the Earl Bud fight off or usual rumor stuff? Anything concrete? Man, look, it's so much report. It's so much report than there is a fight. There's more reports in boxing than there is fights. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is I'm just putting my business cap on. You remember in kindergarten when they be like, put your thinking cap on. Come on, children, put your thinking caps on. Remember your kindergarten teacher? Gotta say peace. Shh. Hold the peace sign so you can talk. Put your thinking caps on. Think like a businessman. Look, people want to say, "Oh shit, he did good." Well, he answered the bell for Canelo Alvarez, Al Heyman. He answered the bell, but let's not forget, though, they don't think that Bud and Errol Spence brings in the most money. They're not sure about that. Maybe, but they're not sure about that. But in their company, they are very, very sure about Errol Spence and Keith Thurman. Doesn't matter how much you think that Thurman is washed. It don't matter. PBC don't care what you think about PBC don't care what you think about Keith Thurman. Do you think PBC cared about what the fans think when they put Keith Thurman pay-per-view and Mario Barrios? Don't you fucking get it, y'all? That PBC don't care what you think? They're going to care what the fans of Errol Spence and Keith Thurman think. PBC is not here to satisfy all of boxing, just like Jay-Z is not here to satisfy all the music. He's here to satisfy his fan base or the hip-hop community. He's not here for country. He's not here for the reggae. Do you understand? So when you know already where Al Heyman comes from the music industry, you got to understand how he moves his business, how he moves his pieces, how he moves his clients. He's not here to satisfy the whole boxing world. He's here to satisfy his clients, put him out there to perform like is an artist going on to a concert. So if he was working with Drake and working with Big Daddy Kane, he's not looking at Big Daddy Kane about to promote a concert and think about the fan base of Guns N' Roses. It's not the matter of you like it or not, or the matter of you disagree or not. It's a matter of you understanding what it is. And if you don't like it, stay your ass in the sideline and talk about other entities that you may like. Yeah, at the end of the day, the other entity is going to frustrate you just like PBC, and you're going to give credit to them just like you do give credit to PBC. But these guys around here in this boxing community, they like unsatisfied bitches. I'm sorry for using my language. Sorry, Lord. Teapot in the building. Teapot. Let's go. What's good, brother? What's good? What's good? Speak Your Mind Sports Talk in the building. Long time no see, my friend. Good to see you still doing your thing, me and mine. Keep up the good work. You know what I'm saying? I know, man. Hey, yo, people trying to take shots at me, but you know what I'm saying? I'm like 50 cents. You feel me? Man. Many, 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 man. You know how it is out here. Speaking my sports, you feel me? I'm still alive. Good looking now. Appreciate you, brother. You know, I duck the shots. I get hit. You know what I'm saying? I go to the ER, come right back. Boom, another shot. I'm dodging. I'm like Tupac out here in the elevator, son. I got the vocal haters, the silent haters, and shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? We still going, we still running their miles. It's a marathon out here. He said Al Heyman is just diluting the sport of boxing. No, he not, Aleem. Everybody is the same, brother. Everybody is. I just proved it to you, Halim. Halim. I just proved it to you. I just showed you.
What's going on?
El Donari.
It's my hair all funky. What's up? Oh,
What?
God. Are we talking about the same shit we were talking about yesterday?
Well, we didn't get your insight, you know what I'm saying, on this channel. But you could elaborate, because there was one part that we agreed on, right? And it's good that manager in the sport of boxing, a credible opinion in the sport of boxing, could get, because you know what I'm saying, compliment my sentiment about this. I said yesterday that is no way the Coppinger report is like it's truthful. Am I gonna call him a liar? I'm not gonna call him a liar, because he probably gonna get some source and they told him and he's just reporting it. That doesn't mean that that's what he believes, but there is no way that I never heard a non-guaranteed purse.
Yeah.
Can you speak on that? Because hey, ladies and gentlemen, first let me give the intro.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a manager and trainer. Hey, and a manager nominee in the sport of boxing, of the world of boxing. So Rachel her credibility is up, is a level. Go ahead, Rach.
Well, okay, so yeah, I told you we were driving that day, and I read that, you know, people were talking about, like, Mike Coppinger said this, and I had to go look it up myself to make sure it wasn't misinterpreted or misquoted, and they said that he said that there was no guarantee, and Nonito was driving, and he looked at me like I was crazy, even though he was driving. He's like, no, there's no fighter, there's no manager that would allow a fighter to take a no guarantee. Mm-hmm. And there's no promoter stupid enough to even put that on the table.
Thank you.
Most of the contracts, like, remember Country when we went over those contracts? They'll say a minimum of your purse. So how are you gonna go from, oh, no minimum, no guarantee, not even a minimum, just nothing, after all the purses that we've ever signed, ever, is always a minimum of, like, how many fights they're supposed to have a year or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And for this type of a level of fighter, not even just somebody off the road that we have no idea who he is, I'm like, oh, sorry, bro. Like, yeah, we know who you are. We know what you've done. But we're just not going to guarantee, like, even $1. Like, that doesn't make sense. Guys, like, would you work your ass off? Not even just for one day, which I know there's only one person I met that was like, no, I'll show you what I could do, and I don't need to get paid for today. There's only one person I've ever met that did that on my team, and not on my team, but in my business. Yeah. That's far and few between. But would you work for not just one day, not just a week, not just 2 weeks, not even a month, but 2 to 3 months, and not know what you're getting paid, putting all the sacrifice out there, spending the money, you know, to be in camp, spending for the sparring partners, and then just be like, yeah, so bro, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I got you. You're my manager. I got 30%. Yeah. And the manager's like, 30% of what? I don't know, $1. I don't even know what I make. No one's working for free.
And you know, and the report said that that Bud Crawford agree on that he just wants transparency. There's no guarantee, but he just wants transparency. And you know what ticks me off is that most people ate that up, and most boxing content creators ate that up. Like, are y'all really? Not even in the low rates, you know that. Not even in the lower scale. Not even the fighters that's getting $500, $800, $1,000, $1,200 is like, oh, here's the deal, but it's not guaranteed. What about with the commission? Don't think about it. What about the Belt Federation? Like, do they think? What do you think that these deals just happen without commission and Belt Federation? Especially there's 4 Belt Federation, but there is no guarantee. And Bud Crawford says, "Okay, I'm gonna take it. I just want transparency in how money's gonna come."
Exactly. And the thing is that we look at the commissions. If you guys forgot, just to remind you, the sanctioning bodies, depending on what belt is on the line, is a percentage of the purse. So how do you expect the sanctioning bodies to take a percentage of what?
Exactly.
And wait, and let me just go a step further. What if, let's just say, because we do know that there has been fights that promoters have lost money. So does that mean that Crawford is going to owe them to fight because they're in the negative now?
Exactly. Like folks.
There's profit and loss, guys. This is a business. There's a profit and loss. So if I'm going to say, hey, I'll give you, net profit, like, ew, well, what if we don't make? What if we only break even? Well, then, like, sorry, you fought for free, but that was a gap. No, doing that.
Look. Let me say this right quick. Look, guys. A fighter fights. Right after the fight, he goes to his locker room. He goes to the doctor. He gets his little checkup. If he's going to get, his shot to test him. And then here comes a commission with his little jacket, goes into his pocket, and then he gives a check. The commission gives that guaranteed check. He's not giving you the pay-per-view back end check. He's giving you the purse check. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Are you in agreement, Rachel, or I'm just punch drunk boxing and I don't know shit what the fuck I'm talking about?
No, I'm in total agreement. I think, there has been times where earlier, okay, give me 5 minutes. Sorry. The promoter didn't used to give no-nito, and I've seen this happen a lot. They give it fight week, right? But they have to have that contract signed with what the hell you're going to make and submitted to the commission before you step in that damn ring. So that's one part. And then the second part is like what you were saying is after the fight, you're supposed to look at all the deductions, whether the manager's taking the check from the promoter or you're supposed to pay him after, or the trainer. Some trainers do that as well. Taxes, any advances you took, or if you bought tickets and put it against your purse, whatever, you sign those down. And then after that, then the commission hands you your check and you sign for the check that you received the check.
Yeah.
So this is a business. Like there has to be contracts. There can't be like, oh, well, we're just gonna roll the dice, especially on a profit and loss. The thing is when I talked about that, like me and Nino started laughing. I was like, oh, I guess we ain't getting our tickets because when you go, okay, well, let me see transparency of how a promoter works. What are you really going to do? Are you really going to go through every single ticket that was comped and why did he get comped and why'd you put him in that row? And you're going to go line by line by line. And oh, this guy, how come this guy's room is a little bit more expensive than that room? Well, because they ran out of, regular king. They had to be in superior king. Well, I didn't approve that.
Yeah.
Why do I have to be, penalized for it? Like, how much down the line are we gonna go in transparency? Because when you are making a profit margin, then yes, you are going to be such a jerk off about it. You are going to nickel and dime everything because it's coming out of what your supposed purse is. But there still has to be a guarantee on that end before he even steps in the ring.
Now this comment was funny. It's like asking
transparency. That's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen.
Great point. Thank you, Con.
I mean,
Great
guys,
point.
come on, guys. Let's be honest here. How many of you guys really are transparent on your taxes? Like nobody wants a freaking like audit, right? And when they audit you, you're like, oh, this was a business meeting, and you're like, it was a business meeting at Disneyland.
Uh-huh.
You know, people try to write off stupid stuff.
Yeah.
So if the normal person tries to use the gas when they went to go pick up their kid, but says that it was going to work, even though it's like kind of in the way or whatever, and you're not really calculating that down deep, what makes you think that in this business there's going to be that much transparency? Do you know when they book flights for a lot of the fighters? It's really close to the fight. Let me just put it that way. So it could have been, for example, Jeleena's fight. Jeleena's fight, I was looking at the tickets, Hermosillo, $600 business class. I was like, cool, not so bad. Dude, by the time they finally announced that fight, it went up to $1,600 for business class.
And they announced that fight late. Remember?
Yeah.
The press release was on a Thursday, Friday.
What, like 3 or 4 weeks before? Yeah.
It's you know what I'm saying? I don't know why, to be honest, for how many years he's been in boxing, I don't know why would he report that. It just seemed it was way. And to be honest, I didn't even do I didn't want to even do a video about it, because I'm like, when I seen the tweet, I'm like, anyway, you know what I'm saying? But then everybody was talking about it. Oh my God, book Crawford, the slave contract. Oh, the PBC get, huh? Are y'all serious? Like, non-guaranteed purse? Now, is how, you know what's non-guaranteed? How much the pay-per-view is going to sell.
Correct.
That's non-guaranteed.
Do you think that maybe he misspoke in that then? Hey,
Twitter only gives you 150 characters. But he did write wrote an article. I don't know. I just felt like, man, you know, a lot of people do get source, right? They got source, and the source may tell them something, right? And I think this is a fight that we just want some information, any little information. Like, think about it, man. We're doing videos off tweets now. Let's be real. A lot of boxing, including myself, a lot of boxing content creators, we are doing videos off a tweet.
Yeah.
And then make a video, go live about it. And then the tweet might not even give us information, and we're just now speculating. We're becoming conspiracy theorists because boxing is not really giving the business side of it. So we're just, what's happening? Any little thing. Oh, yo, Demetrius Andre just said that he wrote something on his Instagram. He said something like calm down. And now we're like, oh, he's gonna fight David Benavidez because he just says calm down. Oh, he's gonna say, well, you know, like, we're thirsty right now. We're thirsty for a drop of water. So I think that a lot of media wants to be first. They want to be the guy that know everything. They want to, you know, and they not really like looking at the source and being, all right, you giving me something, but it's not enough. I ain't gonna put it out there.
Well, with someone like Mike Coppinger, right? Like, I'm just going to assume that he has everybody's phone number. Like, so when I've seen like writers that have written something that I said on Twitter or Instagram, and they took it in a different way and then ran their story, it's like, and then I'll ping them, right? I'm like, the hell was that? And they're like, you said this, and I'm like, that's not what I was saying. You misinterpreted, and this happens a lot in the Philippines because it's English to Tagalog. And they're like, well, why didn't you tell me? And I'm like, well, you didn't call me. Like, that's the weird thing, right? Like, we as actual, well, so journalists should not be, if they have access to a fighter. I know you have access to Teal, right? Like, if he says something, like, you'd be like, hey, let me hold real quick, because 140 characters, I might be like putting the dots all wrong. Let me get it really from him, so I'm clear.
Yeah.
Then I don't have to retract or change the story as it goes on, right? And I think that's the thing, is there is no reason why, you know, these guys shouldn't be able to call you and verify what the tweet's about. Punch, can I put you on hold for 5 minutes? Because these two are
No,
doing.
I'm gonna be out here. I'm gonna be out here.
Okay, I'm just gonna close my camera quick.
All right. So yeah, shout out to Rach. Shout out to Rach. Where's Nonito at? Got him washing dishes. He crazy. But fellas. I know there's a lot of content creators, a lot of people don't like how PBC moving. There's times that I didn't like how Top Rank was moving. There was times that I didn't like how Eddie Hearn was moving. You feel me? For the most part, let's say, for example, damn, yo, Eddie Hearn ain't getting Demetrius Andre some fights. But then he's still putting up great fights for women. He's still getting Anthony Joshua the proper fights. He's still doing other things that's good. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I want to see a PBC. I want to see Bud and Errol Spence, the undisputed. But I do get the Jamel Charlo and Brian Castano undisputed. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, they can't come and do a joint venture, Showtime in the Zone. But I got the joint venture with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury when we felt like Al Heyman and Bob Arum was at war, and we still got that fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, folks, we're not in their business. This business is not like the NBA. It's not like a scheduled season, and we know that the Knicks is gonna be playing the Lakers December 16th and something like that, and we already know it's not like that. It's not like that. I gotta be honest. If I was in the business, bro, if I have my money and my money's been invested in Errol Spence and Keith Thurman and my clients, that they give me a 10%, they make me rich. You know what I'm saying? I gotta understand. Yeah, the boxing fan, I don't give a damn about it, but this is their business. This is their business you trying to regulate. It's their business you trying to regulate. Sorry. I put my money, the networks, I put my money up. I put this guy, Keith Thurman, that y'all say is washed up, has built PBC. Do you understand that? Whether y'all like it or not. Damn. Whether y'all like it or not, that guy that y'all say that is washed up, built PBC. Was one of the guys to build this empire called PBC. So you think that the business handlers are like, yo, we're gonna push this man to a side, knowing that we could get just as much money with this guy. And I know for sure when this guy, because I remember, see, Adrian Broner was a moneymaker for PBC as well. We put him Manny Pacquiao versus Adrian Broner. They what? Reported 400K, right? Adrian Broner is more famous. Adrian Broner is more famous than Adrian Broner is more famous than Keith and Tom Thurman. But Keith and Manny Pacquiao sold way more. Why? It's because he promotes the fights. Because in between these months, these 8 weeks, this guy's gonna promote the shit out of this shit. And even Manny Pacquiao was happy. He said he's doing all the promotion. I love it. He said, "Punch is fanboying Al Heyman." Yeah, and then when I'm fanboying for Eddie Hearn, y'all don't say it. When I'm fanboying, I just keep it unbiased. I just keep it unbiased. Hate you. You know what I'm saying? I just get mad. Y'all just like act like little girls. You know what I'm saying? Y'all panties is wet or whatever. Y'all got y'all period or something like that. Y'all grown men. Now I'm fanboying for Al Heyman. Because I'm keeping it real with y'all. If AB was announced to fight Earl, it would sell more than Bud. But that's what I'm talking about. It's a business. Why you think Jay Paul is stealing all these guys' dates at Showtime? Because even Showtime is like, yo, my man, look, fighters, I respect y'all, but y'all got to do something. Y'all got to promote fights, bro. And that's what's happening. I assure you, if Bud Crawford cared about doing great interviews, cared about being out there, cared about promoting even this fight that we say that is the best fight. In he don't talk about Errol Spence, and Errol Spence don't talk about Bud Crawford. They don't even promote the fight. And you think that this big fight is going to have a 8-week span of promoting this big fight? Come on, y'all got to think better than that. I think Bud Crawford make it harder for himself. I hope the fight does come through fruition. But I think that Bud Crawford makes it harder for himself. Bud Crawford hasn't even fought in the whole year, man. And he ain't even out there really promoting. He's out there. And look, and when he's out there, what does he say? When's the last shit of Bud Crawford? Don't ask me about the fight. What the fuck you mean don't ask you about the fight? What the hell do you mean don't ask you about the fight that the fans want to see? Can you imagine? Mayweather says, don't ask me about Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, don't ask me about Mayweather. I'm not going to fight. What you mean don't ask you about the fight? What fight do you want me to ask you for, bud? You haven't fought in a whole year. What do you want me to do? Huh? What you want me to ask you? How Shakur Stevenson is looking? That's what I mean. I get that attitude. Then get out of here, man. Bring in Keith. Because Keith is doing interviews and he's talking about, I want to fight these guys. Give me Keith. I want some entertainment. Bud, get out of here. Get your ugly ass out of here. That's how I feel as a fan. I'm not going to talk about the fight. You never want to talk about the fight. You never want to talk about the fight. Get out of here then. Get out of here. It's going to be a lame promotion. Motherfucker says like 5 words in the interview. He can't promote, bro. If he can't promote, these guys are looking at the business and looking at the money and be like, hey, yo, man, y'all got to shake something up. You quiet, but Errol Spence is our guy. Errol Spence, he's quiet, but he's our guy. We got the money. We pumping money for Errol Spence. Errol Spence have built also our empire, PBC. You have not done nothing. And the other guy, they say that you bad business. You getting paid a lot of money, but you don't bring in nothing. Shakur Stevenson did 10,000 in Newark. You did 12,000 in your own town. He said nobody wants to see Keith Thurman. Oh, yeah, right. How much you want to bet? Let's make a bet right now. Let's make a bet right now. If they fight. I shut my channel down. You going to be watching a fight. You and everybody else in boxing going to be watching Keith one-time Thurman versus Errol Spence. Stop lying to yourself, man. You was a grown-ass man or a grown-ass woman. Stop playing. Stop playing. You going to be watching a fight. Y'all sissy-ass motherfuckers. Get out of here, man. Y'all beta self. Who the fuck y'all think y'all lying to? You going to be watching that fight. Everybody gonna be watching all these beta males and all these beta males channel hosts that's complaining about it. They all gonna watch it and they're gonna go live and they're gonna get some super chats for it. Come on, man. All these this is the YTBC downplay everything. They gotta get like a slogan for the YouTube boxing YouTube boxing community. YouTube boxing community. The emotional baby mamas. Emotional men that got bitter baby mama issues, bro. They downplay everything. Every channel you go to. I ain't gonna watch the Wilder and Hellenius. I'm not gonna pay for the pay-per-view. Shut up. You're gonna pay for the pay-per-view, bitch. You're gonna pay for that. And you're gonna watch it. And you're gonna do a video about it. And you're gonna go live about it. So shut up. These motherfuckers always downplaying everything. So if I can't get Bud and Errol Spence, what you want me to do? Just sitting around and be like, I'm not watching boxing no more. Why you ain't watching boxing no more? Nah, because Bud and Errol Spence not fighting. Boxing is whack. Boxing is horrible. I hate Al. Why you hate Al? Because he don't want to give me Bud and Errol Spence. I've been waiting for 4.5 years. I mean, I used to love boxing back in the days with the Roberto Duran and Hearns and Hagler and all of them. They also used to fight all the time. I just want to see Bud and Earl. I don't want to see nothing else. I don't want to see nothing else. Okay. But what about Boots and Earl? I don't want to see Boots and Earl. But what about Virgil and Bud? I want to see Bud, Virgil and Bud. What about Keith? He washed up. No, Bud and Earl. Earl and Bud. Spence and Crawford. The truth. But watch the fucking TV. They got a fight going on. I don't want to watch. No. I'm not going to watch nothing. I'm not going to watch. Unless if it's Bud and Spence. And that's it. You're crazy, man. If I don't get Bud and Errol Spence, guess what I'm pushing for? Boots and Earl. And I'll be like, hey, yo, the IBF. Hey, yo, that fight ain't gonna happen. IBF, can you please mandate this fight? Please, please. Hey, yo, WBO, can you mandate Virgil versus Bud? And I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be happy. Oh,
Oh my gosh, should just leave you on cam without me.
My fault, man. I was in the zone, Rach. I was in the
No,
zone,
you're fine.
Rach. Oh, great. As a boxing fan, not as a manager or nothing like that. As a boxing fan, would you like to see Earl versus Keith?
Dude, I was there for that the last Keith Thurman fight. Yeah, I'd like to see it.
Would you like to see Bud versus Virgil Ortiz?
Yeah. Yeah.
How about Errol Spence versus Jerome Boots Ennis?
Yeah, I was about to say Boots.
You see
Boots
that?
would be fun.
You
Boots
see
would be
where,
fun.
right? It's like, okay, I'm not gonna get this fight. I ain't gonna sit around and be like, I'm gonna watch boxing no more. Nah, I'm gonna.
Like, okay, you remember when like Mayweather and Pacquiao would never fight, right? You know how long that fight took. Yeah. And everyone's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna watch Mayweather. I'm not gonna watch Pacquiao until they fight." Yes, you did.
Exactly.
Yes, you did.
Right?
I'm not lying. Yes, you did.
Hey, yo, trust me. When Deontay Wilder fought Tyson Fury, even I said, you know, I want to watch the undisputed Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. Nah. Here comes the fight. Shit, I'm paying pay-per-view, man. I'm watching Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. Let's go. And I'm gonna tell you like this: that fight where a lot of people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Except for one group, let's say the LDBC New Media, they wanted that fight, right? In this community, because let's not sugarcoat shit. I name names. They wanted that fight, right? And everybody else, they didn't want that fight. They like, nah, we don't need to see Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. We already saw the second fight. Everybody saw that fight. And Rach, peep this. You can ask any boxing content creator in terms of views, in terms of AdSense. Every channel made the most money with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury.
Yeah, I believe it.
The fight that a lot of people was like, I ain't gonna watch that fight. And then I hate Jake Paul. He's bad for boxing. And then everybody go live and talk about Jake Paul and capitalize off these fighters.
See, the thing is that even if, okay, so let's just say Bud and Spence don't end up fighting this like right now, right? Mm-hmm. Whoever they fight, it's still going to be a story. You're still going to watch it because if there's a possibility of them fighting, you want to see how Bud's going to look. And then you're going to hype how Bud looked or how Spence looked in the next fight. You're going to be like, oh, dude, I think I saw something. And it's this whole storyline of this road in the career of a fighter. Yeah. So, I mean, we could pretend all day that you're not going to watch it, but you're watching it because one of those two fighters. And if you don't like the other fighter, you're going to watch him because you're either A, going to want him to lose, or B, want to see his weaknesses so your fighter wins. So, I mean, we go round and round and round about this. Like, it's, you know, like, it's a storyline. It's a storyline, guys.
Let me get this super chat. Valo, what's good? What's good? Appreciate you, brother. Why is it hard to make that fight? They ain't making more than Canelo versus Triple G. I believe what I believe. I'm not saying I gotta be right. I'm not saying I'm wrong either. What I'm saying is the difference is they feel like I'm gonna go head over heels, give everything or give an amount that probably is too much to Bud Crawford, which I didn't build. I didn't build Bud Crawford. I don't know. His numbers is poor compared to my other two golden gooses in the welterweight division. Why am I going to jeopardize that if I could get this fight for my company? I am the manager and advisor of my two clients and give them the biggest money-making fight with Earl, and I'm talking about Keith and Earl. I don't have to. Now, if Bud was a Canelo, then yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's easy to make that fight. But they don't think that Bud is the main money-making guys. The money-making guys at welterweight is Errol Spence and Keith Thurman, whether people like it or not. They are the one that got the track records. The best pay-per-view numbers of PBC is Manny Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman. That's just the facts. The best numbers in viewership from NBC, CBS, Showtime has been Keith Thurman in views. Even the Josecito Lopez did 2.93 million views, was the most viewed free TV fight since that was before the Loma and Tio, that was 4.2. Keith still was doing numbers with a Josecito Lopez. So that's what it is. It's just business. It speaks for itself. Like, what do you want? What does Bud do? I like Bud, but it hasn't even surpassed. He did 100K. He did 100. What was it? 100K with Amir Khan. And you know they get him the Amir Khan fight and the Kell Brook fight, so they could get the UK fan into it because they believe Kell Brook and Amir Khan has a fan base, and he still couldn't do good numbers.
See, that's why I'm saying, like, I wonder. I need to go and check with Coppinger's article, as far as it when he said guarantee. Like, please tell me you mean there was a minimum guarantee for your purse, and then you want like a guarantee for the pay-per-view. Now, I've talked about this before, about the numbers between both of them isn't exactly astronomical, right? So when you start to negotiate guarantee, well, pay-per-view, let's just talk pay-per-view numbers, then you're gambling on yourself, right? But if you can't gamble on yourself, you take a bigger guaranteed purse and say, okay, I'll take the B side of the pay-per-view because I don't know if we're really going to make that money.
Yeah.
Right. But it's their numbers aren't like, you know, super impressive or anything like that. So I'd be really careful about the pay-per-view numbers if I'm trying to negotiate, like, okay, well, you know, let's just pretend I'll take 5 million. I'll make it a round number. I'll take 5 million. I'll take 30% of the pay-per-view because, I'll take 70% of the pay-per-view because I believe that we can sell this, right? I'm going to fight for the A side of the pay-per-view. But if you look at the history and every single event that they've had with pay-per-view and their numbers and you can't even combine them, right? Because most of the people that have watched the pay-per-views are the same fan base.
Yeah.
Maybe give or take a little 50,000, 75,000 or so. Mm-hmm. So I would say his best bet would be to get a higher guaranteed purse and do a lower end on the split of the pay-per-view because you're like, I don't know if that's even gonna freaking make anything.
That's the most logical sense. That's the most logical because he knows if he's just speaking from the outside looking in because we really don't even know the money, right? Like that. But yeah. But you got Errol Spence got the pay-per-view. Errol Spence got the gate. He did 40K in Dallas. And even let's say Terrence Book Crawford says, I wanted a neutral ground. To be honest, even me, knowing that I got 40K willing to see me fight Ugas, man, please, what do you mean neutral ground? If we're going to fight in Dallas, and then we got Jerry Jones and the machine of the Dallas Cowboy going to promote the fight when I fight in Dallas, because if people understand, he's very successful in Dallas, not just because he's a Dallas native, but because the machine of the Dallas Cowboys, they promote and the players promote Errol Spence. And he's seen 40K. So you're looking at Bud, like even in negotiate, my man, you just bringing the WBO strap. And also, Bud, I got an opponent, Keith Thurman, that I could make just as much or even more money. You're not even bringing the network. You're not bringing nothing to the table but a WBO strap. The same shit that a guy like Demetrius Andre brings that nobody give a damn about it.
And before I forget, can we not forget that usually when you do a split on TV networks and stuff like that, that there's a certain threshold that they have to hit before they even get their pay-per-view share. And
that's what I felt like what he meant. That's what he needed to. I mean, that's what he needed to emphasize, that there's no guarantee because people still getting paid. Look, their Triple G just sued like a month ago. Golden Boy Promotions because he still didn't get the rest of his pay-per-view money with Canelo Alvarez, the second fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mayweather said in a podcast that he still hasn't received all the money of the Manny Pacquiao pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass when you're doing pay-per-view because you have to remember that it's not okay. So they'll do the buy, right? So, let's just say 100,000 people purchase the buy. Let's say there's a burn rate of 5% whose internet or the stream service didn't go through. Well, they get refunded. And anything else that's happening during that event gets refunded. So when you're doing the books on those things, yeah, it looks pretty that on the first buy, on the first click, you're getting 100,000. But in actuality, when you do the profit and loss and what was returned, blah, 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 that takes months because there has to be an accounting for when they pull it from the bank, return it to the customer, and all the way through the whole banking system, right? And to reflect on the accounting's books. So you're looking at about 3 to 6 months out at the least to get those numbers somewhat near correct.
This Valo said, you think Crawford is going to get paid more than Plant? If Plant got paid, if it was reported that he got paid 12 million, no, I don't think Buck gets paid more than Plant. I don't think so. I wish all these fighters get this magnitude of a fight. I wish they get 20 million and stuff like that. But I was saying earlier when you left, I said that Bud, in my opinion, he don't even promote this fight. He don't talk about Errol Spence. He don't talk. They don't promote it, and you've been off for a year.
Yeah, I was a little bit disheartened when I heard him say, what did he say? He was like, "Oh, well, I don't believe this fight."
Yeah, that was that.
Something
that was
like that, right? Yeah.
That was a couple fights ago. But even in the last interview, I think it was Fight Hype, and said, "Don't ask me no question about the Errol Spence and my fight."
Well, I didn't hear that one.
Like
he legit sat down.
Yeah, if I was an interview, I'm like, all right, bye. Like that's the problem with Bud. Bud, you do an interview with him, and he's like got no personality, no character in interviews. But when you see him outside of interviews, and he's just playing ball with Andre Ward and playing ping pong, you see the personality. You'd be like, yo, this guy could sell. Why doesn't he do this when it's time to sell a fight? Like, I believe that Bud Crawford could sell if he wants, but he don't. That's money on the table right there, brother. That's your money. You could
I'm going to counter you on that one just a little bit. I agree with you. I think that he should be promoting this fight in some magnitude. I think that even when Nonito does interviews, and you see me slap him, right? I'm like, no. But I'm here checking him, like, legally, like, don't, I think some fighters are really, like, they don't really understand exactly in the contract verbatim what it says that they can state about the negotiation process and what they can say and what they can't. And some of them are just like, well, I just won't say a damn thing. Now that, like you were saying, that does work against them, because it's like, dude, you could be promoting this fight if it's that close, right? Because that's what you want to do. You want to get this hype out there. I mean, like, listen, November 19th, I think, is dead.
Yeah, I think
it's October.
That's why I agree.
October 2? No.
Yeah, November 19th, I think, is dead too.
Yeah, no.
That's 8 weeks out now.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, I'm not even saying for Bud or Errol Spence to talk about the negotiations. I mean, like, you see how he was talking to, like, he's tweeting about Jermell Charlo?
Yeah, I saw that too.
Don't tweet Jermell Charlo. You have answered to Jermell Charlo way more than you have answered to Errol Spence. Can you say something about Earl? Can you say, hey, yo, when I get you in the ring, yo, or when you in the gym and you putting pictures up, I'm going to smash this, hype it up so people could be like, even the casual be like, what's going on? Oh yeah, that fight is really going to come through. Yeah. But nah, you just can't stay quiet.
Yeah.
You know? And I feel like fighters, that's your money. It's not that fans are just saying to hype the fight. That is your money. You could get from hyping a fight. You could get from. That's why when I was out before you got off, and I said with Adrian Broner, there was reported he did 400K with Manny Pacquiao. Adrian Broner is more famous than Keith Thurman, but Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao did over 600K. Why? And even Manny Pacquiao acknowledged the way that Keith Thurman promoted the fight. He's doing everything. He's doing all the work, and he was promoting it. So him talking is selling the fight. This is prize fighting. Now, of course, there's there's individuals that they got their personality, and we already see, like, I don't expect Errol Spence to come out of his shell and say something boisterous, because we already know. But I seen Bud, when he's not interviewed, talk a lot. Bring that into your fights.
Yeah. I mean, some guys, they're just not, either they're just not confident or well spoken enough to say things, right? I mean, there's stupid stuff Nonito said all day. I'm like, God damn it, there's YouTube, so now they can replay how idiotic that sounded. But Nonito really, he also doesn't give a shit. Like, whatever he says, you said, oh well, like, you know. And boxing is such an interesting sport. How it's completely evolved in like the last couple decades, right? And then now we have YouTube boxing, like YouTubers and stuff like that.
And you know why we got YouTube boxing? Do you know why, Rach? Because
why do we have YouTube boxing?
Because the boxers ain't doing what they supposed to be doing. So you letting the YouTube walk in.
But you can't call it boxing. Like, okay, so I don't think you can call it boxing. I think it should be, I don't know,
entertainment.
Or you boobers. No, that one came out wrong.
Entertainment. It's just pure entertainment. You know, some people may see that they're making a mockery of the sport. You know.
Yeah.
See, I think they can make a mockery out of the sport. I think that they don't know the seriousness of it. Like, I believe like Nate Robinson understood the seriousness of it. When Nate Robinson got laid out by Jake Paul, I think people
you got respect for the sport. You're like, oh, okay, this was
like you ain't never gonna do it again, and he said that his children were scared and stuff like that. Yeah, you could. This is a dangerous sport. Rest in peace to I think it was a Colombian fighter, Venezuelan fighter that passed away. Just passed away. Was in a coma. Had brain
2 or 3 months ago. Is that the one?
I don't know. Let me see. Let me see.
I think it was, because then that was the one that, like, Bradley said something on air about it, like a couple.
No. That was I believe the African guy that passed away. This is new news in the Ring TV. Colombian boxer Luis Quinones died Friday, 5 days after was knocked out in the 8th and final round of a bout in Barranquilla. The junior welterweight boxer was 25 years old. Record was 10-1. Had been in a coma since undergoing surgery after suffering a blood clot in the brain during the fight with fellow unbeaten boxer Jose Munoz. Last Saturday, it collapsed to the canvas and was counted out with just 30 seconds remaining in the fight. The Colombian Boxing Federation announced that the news Friday, saying in a statement, we express our condolences and things of that nature. So yeah, it was this past Saturday.
There was this, I don't know if you remember Zigores. He fought like the night before one of Manny Pacquiao's fights here in Vegas. Remember how like Top Red used to do those Friday night fights? So then you'd come into town, you do the Friday night fights and then the Saturday. Zigores was one of the Filipinos that were fighting on the Friday night fight tour at that fight. And he won, taking shots. He won. He walked to his corner, and then he collapsed in the locker room. They took him over to UNLV, UNLV Medical Center, which he ended up getting a brain bleed. He's still alive, but he was in ICU for a good month. And of course, he's never came back to boxing. A lot of people, like, they think, they're like, oh, I could do that. That looks cool. And here's the worst. Okay, honestly, here's my pet peeve and what me and Nonito love to watch when we're lying in bed at night. Mm-hmm. We watch Instagram and we see all these Instagram coaches and all these Instagram like mitts people. And they're like, oh yeah, I got this down, like they try to mimic Mayweather, but Mayweather actually has science behind it, right? And he actually has foundational movement behind it. They go and do it, and then they're like, "Oh, come on, let's spar. Let's get into let's go do a match and all this stuff." And then they're like, "Oh shoot, this is not 16-ounce gloves. There's no headgear, right? And this is not. We're not in the boxing ring. And I mean, in the boxing gym, we're at at a fight. It's a scary awakening, especially because a lot of these YouTubers are a lot older, right? They're retired. Some of professional athletes. Yeah. So they're not. This is not something that you just pick up.
You don't play with.
Yeah.
And a real gym won't let you spar if you don't even know a little bit of the basics. Like I know the gym that I used to go when I was younger, they won't let you just in the ring to spar. Oh, I want to spar. He's a nah, because and sometimes you got to fill out something because you could die even in sparring.
Yeah.
This ain't child's play, But in terms of the YouTube, I feel like I think that the networks, find it like, yo, shit, they're gonna make money off of it. Like how many dates that Jake Paul, how many fights he already fought for Showtime? 3? So think about it. So those dates.
What's his contract? Is it a 2-year contract?
I'm not sure how much is it, but I know he's getting as much dates as these fighters supposed to be getting, but he's bringing in money. Well, you think these networks gonna be like, nah, we love the, the morals of boxing, and no, he's bringing in money. This is a business in the end of the day.
It is a guaranteed fan base, and that's one of the biggest things that you can't buy, right? We see like guys on YouTube like, oh god, what is it, Mr. Beast, right? Like you can't buy his well, I guess you can buy his fan base if he sold it to you, but these guys will follow them. They'll watch him. They'll support them in any way they can, and the numbers are reflecting in their viewership. So if you could bring a viewership on a platform like YouTube where they're not charging, per episode to watch, and then you put it on something like Showtime and you're like, hey, he's doing this big, huge event. Would you pay for it? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they're going to go watch it. They go and wherever these guys go, people follow them. And that's part of what, marketing should be, where the old kind of, okay, first of all, the promoters also don't avail of that as much as they should either, okay? They wait until Showtime, old HBO, would send out their camera crews and then cast their stuff and then edit it and then throw it on HBO, right? Throw it on Showtime. But the promoter themselves also aren't going to their gyms or like getting footage to build up who these fighters are within their own network.
Yeah.
Within their own stable. And then these fighters are promoting everything else besides boxing and besides their personality. They're showing things that really no one is really interested in, I guess, right? And it doesn't turn over to clicks.
Yeah.
So they're not understanding the algorithm of how to get paid that way and why, and what content they should be posting for people to turn over from click to followers to clicks to actual people that are going to buy your fight.
Let me ask you this, because y'all been in the game long enough to work with different powerhouses. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been on PBC, Showtime. Y'all been on Top Rank. Y'all been in Japan. What was your experience with all the networks and power promoters? If you can go by, you could start off for anybody. How was the experience?
I mean, HBO.
And was it a good one?
Yeah, I mean, HBO, they were good. They were nice. They were really great, amazing people. A lot of the HBO guys, especially their production crew, ended up at Showtime anyway. So we do see them. So then Showtime shut down. Then, with Top Rank itself, the only thing with Top Rank was I don't like the hierarchy too much. if you had a question about something, you couldn't just reach out and touch Bob Arum, which I understand. Like, right? Like, he's done this for so many
The
decades
Godfather.
now. And yeah, and so he has the right. Hold on just a second.
Yeah. Cállense, muchachos, coñazo, que estamos aquí hablando.
No, Nino's at the Raiders game, so that's why I'm like dealing with them going nuts and stuff, and being on here. But yeah, so that it's corporate, which it is. It's that I don't like it, but that's just how it is. It's like, hey, if you need something, you need to call that person. Oh, what's going on with the match? Call this guy.
Mhm.
You can't just sit down and talk to Bob, right?
Okay. But was it a good
listen-
experience with Top Rank?
I mean, we had that one downfall, right? Where after the Montiel fight, we got into a little scuffle for a bit, and we worked it out. But I mean, the Top Rank people, they were all. I never had a bad experience with them.
Great
I still don't have a bad experience. Yeah. And when we got over that hurdle of having them hear what I had concerns about and what I needed to fight for, we worked it out, and that's why we continued through the rest of the contract that was available. And then Richard has always been open to having Nonito, and Richard Schaefer was ring star, now Probellum. He is one of those people, literally, you can call any time of the day, text him any time of the day, and he will answer the phone.
He's very transparent.
He's very transparent. But
the word of the day.
But yeah, and it's personable, right? Like, if you're putting, like, you have to understand, in a career of a boxer, like, there's people you have to trust. They all have to be working towards the same goal. And Richard's one of those people that are like, okay, what do you want? You want this? All right, let me see what I can do. And he will bend over backwards trying to get this, whatever you want, done for you. Okay, yeah. No questions asked. And he will also tell you bad news. He won't sugarcoat it. He won't pretend or throw it some other way. He'll actually tell you, so this is what they said. They don't like the fight, blah, blah, blah. And you know, and it is what it is. But I've seen a lot of people in the game where they'll just kind of like, what is it called? They'll sugarcoat it, yeah, pretty much, or change the topic. Mm-hmm. So with PBC, Tom Brown, Al Heyman, I've never had an issue with them either. Like, anything that we knew, like, I need this, I need that for Nonito, I need this, I need that. I was really surprised that when Nonito said he wasn't fighting Casimiro, I was expecting a huge blowback. And Al said, like, can you just take the evening to think about it, call me in the morning, let me know. And on the side, I talked to Richard. I was like, how in trouble am I right now?
Yeah.
He's like, no, he's like, he told you to think it over. And he's like, he's legit about that concern for Nonito. I was like, all right. And of course, it turned out the way it was, and there was never any blowback. So
it was great. So it was good experience with Richard Schaefer. It's good experience with Al, understanding. And ladies and gentlemen, good experience with PBC Al. Good experience. You had a good experience with Bob. Good experience, and Probellum as well. Probellum. And how was your experience in Japan?
Oh, Mr. Honda. Oh my God. Mr. Honda is always amazing. Let me just say that. Even before we fought in Inoue, like, we would go to Japan a lot. One of Nonito's godfathers who passed was Japanese, a big Japanese boxing fan. And so we would go to these boxing fights with his godfather, and Mr. Honda would accommodate him. I mean, things that we asked for from Mr. Honda, for example, freaking treadmill in our room when Nonito.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
like, brand new treadmill, which didn't work the first time we plugged it in because we probably messed up the whole configuration. But ended up getting it to work. But like, just things like that, and I'm like, oh, Mr. Honda, like, he'll joke with me, and he'll talk to me about, like, oh, do you want to go shopping or whatever. even the last fight after, the Inoue fight, we were at dinner with Alcohol, who is the one that Casemiro is supposed to be fighting in December. And he called for me and he was downstairs. We went downstairs. He's like at the bar and we're talking. I was like, so, to ask him about Chocolatito, things like that. Mr. Honda is one of the most, I don't know anyone that doesn't like Mr. Honda. He's so hospitable. Like, yeah.
So that, and it's good to ask you that, because not everybody gets to work with everybody. Like, you can even like school young fighters that's probably, that high chased fighter, that's coming from the amateurs, and everybody is looking to work with them. And hey, Nonito Doné been in the game for so much years that he's done business with a lot of these powerhouses. It's good to ask him like what his opinion is highly valid. It's not really like I heard. It's like y'all dealt and y'all have made money together. So all these people that you have broken bread with, was it genuine to do right by Nonito, or does his representative like yourself has to be, really if you wasn't there, do you think you'll be taken advantage of more, or
I think earlier in his career, which we saw, right? I think after that, then it was established that wasn't going to fly. But ever since then, we have always put down like, hey, we need this. It is what it is. I need, like, for example, I remember the RC fight. We just came off a fight. Who did we fight? Nishioka. I think we just fought Nishioka. And then we were supposed to fight RC, and they're pushing for the RC fight to be at a certain, like, within like 3 months, right? And we were in Japan, and Nonito's like, I need this to come back. He's like, I already fought three this year. Like, shoot, right? And they're like, all right, we hear you. And they went back and got it done. But we already established this, hey, we know what Nonito could do. You know what Nonito could do. So let's not pretend that you don't know that we know that you don't know.
Yeah.
We can do. So I think with a lot of the like, there's a lot of things you have to weigh out with promoters. One, you have to weigh out, like, okay, if you are going to sign to a promotion, you have to understand that what weight division you're fighting in and who you have available to you, because it's a lot easier for promoters to make fights within the promotion. So if there's no one in 22 in promotional A and you're a 22 pounder, why are you going to go fight with the side with them? Right? And then 2 is the connections of the promoter. Who is the promoter around? Like, how can he work with this person or that person or this person, or is there just way too much animosity? 3 for me is really about being able to have access. And I think that's one of the things I wasn't really keen on in Top Rank, and it's their business practices. There's nothing wrong with it, but I just don't like not being able to talk. Like, can you imagine if we did, for example, promoter A versus Nonito, and he's like, you can't talk to promoters A's, like the big boss, but we have to make decisions. And I'm like, you can't talk to the fighter because he's our CEO. So nobody's talking to each of the CEOs. Like, if you had to play that little game, it'd be silly. But it just didn't work for me. I don't like going through ladders. I don't like going through he said, she said crap. I want to hear it. Like, just tell me, do we have the fight or not? If we don't, then what's our next plan?
So what you're trying to say, that dealing with PBC was better than Top Rank?
I would say so, yeah. I mean, anything in PB, I can pick up the phone and, like, it's done. Like, it's easy. That's not to say that we don't have negotiation, things with, like, for example, like the Casemiro one, or Nonito when he fell through with was it Rodriguez? Puerto Rican fighter. Why am I blanking?
Hey, they do got a channel, Beyond the Ring with Nonito and Rachel.
We did.
Beyond the Ring with Nonito and Raquel. Okay,
We do have a channel. So here's the thing.
But
It's
y'all
really,
don't, y'all not, you haven't uploaded a lot of stuff though.
no, because after the fight in Japan, I swore that we were gonna take off, and we did take off, and then it was my 40th in Cabo for 2 weeks, and I didn't want to come back, and then just life, man. Like you have to understand our whole schedule is around boxing, and even with us not fighting, it seems like our schedule's around boxing because next week, remember, Punch, I told you we have WBO convention, WBC convention, WBA convention, and then fights in between, right, to go to. So we're constantly at events. Nonito's over at the Raiders game with Mark, who he announces for Top Rank, I think.
Mhm.
He's like the ring fencer.
And that's highly important too. Having relationships with Bev Federation, it's not even just promoting, but being also out there, the right places, the right time, being with the Pacos of the world, being with Mauricio Suleiman of the world. So when you are asking for something or going through some issues, they give you the benefit of the doubt. They have relationships. And that's the good thing about it. It's just not staying home after your fight and that's it. Just call me when I'm contractual to fight. And
No, you got to show up to these events, and you have to give credit to where credit's due all the time, right? Like when you look at yourself as a boxer, yeah, you're like, I'm this brand, but there's people who are supporting you that you might not even think of it as an endorsement, but these are your partners within the company, right? The business of who you are supposed to be. Mm-hmm. So you have to make show. You have to go to Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. You have to like wave and smile and all these other things. Because guess what? You're not just you. You're also a PBC fighter, or you're a Top Rank fighter, or you're a Showtime fighter, or you're a WBC champion. Like there's a certain expectation of you wanting to be personable.
You represent more than yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And show people like what this is supposed to be about. It's never said, it's never in the contracts, but a smart fighter would know that to associate yourself and to be familiar with these organizations, with the commissions, the sanctioning bodies, the promoters, then when your name goes in and you're requesting for a ranking within, for example, the WBO, they're not like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
Right? They're like, oh, that was that kid I saw over at the WBC convention and blah, blah, blah. Who's he fighting? Let me look into it. Instead of being like,
yeah.
This is Joe Flano. No idea who he is.
Let me ask you, because I almost got to go, folks. Almost got to go. So let me.
Same.
What's next? What's next for Nonito Donaire? What's next? Because nobody's retiring, folks. All right. No. He got his second wind, or maybe his third wind.
No, listen. I mean, like we've always talked about it, and we always kept saying we're gonna go on YouTube and we're gonna explain everything and blah 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 blah. Doesn't really have to matter. He lost the fight, right?
Yeah.
It was something. We had a great game plan, but you just didn't see the punch coming. And if you don't see a car coming and it hits you, it's going to hurt. If you it's
boxing. It's boxing.
It's a fight. Yeah, if you see a car coming, you try to dodge it, right? Or get the hell out of the way. So, I mean, that's the easiest effing example I could give you guys. After that, we had talked to and proposed to Ioka's team. I know that Richard went after Franco. I know we went after Estrada over in Hermosillo.
Franco, right?
Yeah. And it doesn't seem like anyone really likes us at 115.
I mean, it's a risk. You know what I'm saying? It's a risk.
I know, but when you're looking at stuff, like I would, if I was on the other side, right? Yeah. I'd be like, okay, that is a risk. But I mean, like coming off of a knockout, I'd be like, listen, it's like when Manny lost to Marquez. You're like, oh, doors open.
Yeah.
Right.
But they don't see it like that. Maybe they didn't see enough to really see, because that was just a good shot, right? So they didn't see if he really, you know, like say a wash fighter or something like that. They ain't seen enough to know, you know, because they seen Obali, they seen what he did, and that's and to the what was forgot his name from the
The
Philippines.
bio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they didn't see enough. So maybe it's like really, and I told you, Donito really is in position where he really got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Like yeah, as a fighter, him as a person, yes, he's not gonna look at it the way I look at it or other his fans, but he got a legacy that he's going to the Hall of Fame, and he got nothing to lose at what he's accomplished at the where he's at his career, his age. So it's almost like Ugas lost to Manny Pacquiao. It even dent, to be honest, in my opinion, it even dent his career that right he lost to Ugas. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, Roberto Duran lost his last fight to what, Camacho? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. He's still, you know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson got knocked out his last fight.
Yeah,
Right?
and I think that's what's happening because, like, literally the numbers that I've seen are like, well, I mean, I always think like when fighters price themselves out, it's just their way of saying, I don't want to fight, which I'm like, okay, that's an easy way of saying it. So anyway, long story short, we're waiting to see how the game plays out. I know Ancajas is fighting Martinez next weekend. So that might also be a possibility, the winner of that. But as it stands, if Nonito does not get a title shot at 115, we're not going down there. The only reason is because he wants to touch it and let it go.
Yeah.
Right. So what's happening now in the 118? Inoue's drive to move up to 22 next year. I think it's in Nonito's best bet to stay active in the 18s to make sure his ranking is still up. So we've been looking at that option. We've been chasing 15 ever since the last fight. So it's not panning out the way I want it to. I think that will present itself when it,
When it does.
if someone drops the belt, then and we can move into that position and fight for a vacant, perfect. And then we'll just let it go and then come back up, right? But we're not going to hang around 115, so he'll stay around the 118 division.
Got you. But Rage, thank you for joining your boy Punch. Hey, yo, Rap Star, I know you're going live later on. Let the people know when you're gonna go live, so we could cook out there. But Rap Star's gonna go live later on too, man.
Rap, let me know because the boys will go to sleep in about 30 minutes, and I have to wait for Nonito to get home from the game, so I'll be up. Ping me his StreamYard if he wants me on. We can cook for a bit.
All right. So shout out to everybody, man. Thank you, Rachel, for giving you professional insight as a manager.
No, of
manager
course.
nominee.
Of course. Guys, I know a lot of you guys downstairs in the chats. Like, I know there's a lot of different opinions and things like that. I think the best thing is that this is boxing, right? You have to understand, like, if your perspective is Spence or your perspective is Crawford, there's a perspective of a promoter and there's a perspective as manager and as a fan. So I think, these conversations are always fun because you see it at different perspectives that you might not have thought of, and you just, crying that you want this fight and you're going to go throw a temper tantrum. But there's so much things that go behind in contract that.
Right. It's like it's only two people in the ring, but it's like a dozen or more than, or like 20 people trying to make a fight outside the ring.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's not as easy. And I did say, I was like, well, is Bud's fight with Spence dependent on a promotional agreement on the back end?
See, that's what I'm thinking of too. Like, and I said, they did it to Manny. Why don't you think they're gonna do it to Bud? Like, Manny had to sign the 3-fight deal. And the fourth as an option. Like, Manny just didn't come and be like, I want this fight and that's it. No, wait, okay, Manny, if you want this fight, my client's gonna make some money too. You know what I'm saying? Adrian Broner, he gonna get that. And that's what I'm saying, that people gotta see how Al Heyman think. Al Heyman gave his Golden Goose Adrian Broner to a Golden Goose Pacquiao. He gave Keith Thurman to a Golden Goose, and he was about to give Errol Spence. Like, he's looking out for his clients, just like the contract that PBC was about to give Canelo Alvarez. Oh, we want you, and now we're gonna give you Charlo, a guy that I built. We're gonna give you David Benavidez. So Bud is just not gonna come over here, and that's the way I see it. I hope the fight is happening, but how I'm thinking about it. But if you don't sign this promotional deal, they're not just gonna make you come and then let's say you beat Spencer, you walk out with the power of the belts, and I still got a Keith Thurman here, my client that could have got some money with my other client.
It's insurance.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see any promotional company putting their A-level fighter against a formidable opponent that could take it and letting him walk away with the belts.
All the power.
All the power. And especially knowing that that Bud is free, right? It's not like it's a co-promoter or anything. He's completely free. I completely think on that it's not just this fight we're negotiating. There's a rematch, and there's also a promotional agreement or a couple fight deals that could be a holdup, and he can't speak on that because who wants to hear that, oh, there was a promotional agreement that I have to sign before I even get on with this?
Let's not forget, look, the fight that we're about to see in a couple of weeks, Devin Haney. Devin Haney, you won Cambosa, but hey, it ain't no one-shot deal. Sign this deal. 2-3 fight deal with Top Rank and you get Cambosos. So it just doesn't happen. Don't compare Canelo to Bud. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to tell. Because they want to compare. Well, PBC did that to Canelo. Canelo's a different entity. He's a different type of powerhouse in boxing compared to so. But Rage, good looking out. I gotta run.
No, me too. I gotta put these boys to bed, and there's a stupid ferret now that's running around the house.
All right, check you out.
So thank you guys so much. Make sure that you guys are hitting that like, subscribe, notification button, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks, Punch, for having me.
All right. Peace out.